Hey guys, welcome back to Spool Monster TV. Today the 6-liter is getting a new tune. Picked up this SCT X4 tuner for it. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I have an edge tuner, or had an edge tuner on the truck before. You know, the SCTs are the most popular tuner for the 6-liters. You can get custom tunes for them, so if you do plan on modifying the truck, you know this thing is capable of doing all that. So this video is gonna just kind of be a step-by-step process of tuning the truck. A few things real quick before we start actually tuning it. If your truck has been sitting for a while, or you haven't ran the truck, it's a good idea to start it, let it warm up, let the batteries charge. If you do have low battery, low voltage, the tuner could lose connection while you're actually programming the truck, and then you could have a no start issue. So make sure that your batteries are charged. I ran the truck today, and I just ran it before I started the video, so that way they're nice and charged up. The other thing you're going to want to do is make sure that all your accessories are off. So make sure your radio is off, your heater's off. If you have a GPS plugged in, make sure that's undone. It uses a little bit of power to do the tuning, so if your batteries get low, like I said, it could interrupt the process and you could have an issue with the truck not starting. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and plug this thing in, and the other thing you want to do is make sure that this is actually plugged in nice and solid, because if that comes loose you could have a problem. And then we're going to take the other end, plug it into the OBD2 port, which is right under the dash here. You can see it kind of sticking out there. We're going to go ahead and plug that in. Okay, and you can see it's powering up. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the key in, but I'm not actually going to turn it on yet until it tells me to do so. Alright, so you can see here we got program vehicle, gauges, data log. So you can actually use this as a monitor and do data logging and all that stuff, but right now I'm just going to go ahead and program the vehicle. So we'll hit that center button right there. Okay, and it's going to tell you street use notice. This device is not legal for sale or use in California on any pollution controlled motor vehicles. You press continue to start programming. Okay, it's telling me to turn the vehicle ignition key on, or hold the engine start button for 2 to 3 seconds. Do not start. Press continue when ready. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the key on. I'm going to give it a second or two, and then I'm going to hit continue. It's processing data. Okay, now it's got, you can see you've got this top section here is preloaded tunes. It's got 6-liter excursion or 6-liter super duty. I have a super duty. Then this section down here would be for custom tunes, which I don't have any, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the 6-liter super duty. Go ahead and select that. It's processing. Okay, so it says tune option. That goes a tune option changes found. Load changes to. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit next because I have no clue what that is. Okay, so we've got tune type, so we'll go ahead and open that up. So we've got trans only, towing 50 horse, towing 65, performance, and street. We're gonna go ahead and put in the towing. I don't know if I want to do 65 or 50. I'm gonna go with the 50 horse. And then you've got EGR. So if you have a delete, you can do off. If you still have the EGR, you obviously choose on. So we'll leave that off. Jake brake, I'm just gonna leave that on normal. Axle stock, tire stock. Speed limit you can raise up or down. Mine's set to, you can do 20. You can do from 20 to, what the heck? Okay, 20 to like 125, or you can completely remove it. This one's at 125. You can change the idle speed. Alright, so once you've got all that picked out, you're going to hit approve. Alright, now it's saying transmission preloaded tunes. select that. So I'll probably go ahead and match that to the 50 horse tune. Then it's got locked, I think a locked converter. We'll just leave all, I'm just going to leave all this stuff for now. Well, maybe I'll do aggressive tow haul. Well, no, I'll leave it off for normal, but anyways, you can see you can do aggressive tow haul, you can do converter lock, firmer shifts. I think we're going to firm the shifts up. We'll do firmer shifts. You can adjust what mile an hour that it shifts at, and then you also have, so you can turn these up, you can turn the, so it looks like for each shift you can actually turn the pressure up as well. I'll go ahead and I'll do like 15%. We'll go ahead and do 15% on this. Change all of them to 15%. Okay, I got one more here. 15. Alright, that's it. So we'll go to approve. Alright, it's just going to kind of go over, I guess, the tuning options we picked. So we've got 50 horse tow tune, EGR off, speed limit is set to, or speed limiter set to 125. And then the transmission tuning, I've got the 50 horse tune, firmer shifts, and then I turned all the shifts up to 15%. So if that's good, you just hit continue. If not, you hit exit and you can go back through the options. So go ahead and hit continue. It's going to say turn the vehicle to the off position, so we'll turn the key off. Now it's saying to turn the vehicle to the on position, but do not start. So we'll go ahead and turn it on without starting it. And it's gonna go ahead and start programming it. It's saving the stock data right now, so we'll just kind of wait for that, wait for any prompts from this to continue. Okay, yeah, but while that's loading, yeah, I'm just gonna try this tune out and see how it does. You know, just initial review, I guess, on it. There's a lot more transmission control compared to the Edge tuner. With the Edge programmer, you basically pick a tune and the transmission's automatically programmed to that tune, so it's kind of preset tuning. With this, you can see you got your tune level, you can adjust the transmission. If you have an EGR delete, you can turn that off, you can see, and then it'll keep it from throwing a check engine light. Now this truck's a 2004, so it actually only it won't actually turn the check engine light on with an EGR delete, but it has a soft code, so if you do scan it, it'll show some codes. So if you have to like do emissions testing, then you kind of need this programmer. The other handhelds don't do that. So now it's saying applying tune changes. This might take some time, please wait. So like I said, this truck I don't actually have to e-check because I have truck plates, like commercial plates on it. But you know, if you have to do emissions testing, you'll need a tuner like this that can turn the EGR off, because otherwise you'll be throwing codes. But I live in one of the states where you can actually run the truck for what it is. You don't have to do all these little things. I know in some states they do inspections, you have to get tires checked, all that stuff, but up here you don't have to do that, so kind of thankful for that. But so just still applying tune changes. So it says modifying, or it says modify tune data with options. This may take some time. Now this does have that Jake brake option, which I believe is when you're in tow haul mode, it'll actually close the turbo up and it'll help slow the truck down when you're going down hills, so you don't actually have to get on the brake as much. So it's a good safety thing. I don't really use the tow haul that much. The most I tow with this truck is about, 8,000 pounds around there, so I feel the brakes on the truck are fine, and with the trailer brake, oh actually I don't even have trailer brakes on the one trailer, but or they don't work right now, but you know how that is. Alright, so it's still applying options. But yeah, I guess you can kind of give you a quick little tour of the inside here. I got these nice Cabela seat covers. Okay, let's see, it's beeping at me here. Alright, so it's saying ECU downloading tune. Do not turn ignition key off or disconnect. So right now it's downloading the tune. It's at 4%. But yeah, I got these Cabela seat covers here. You can see they're pretty nice. If you guys are looking for some seat covers, I recommend them. They're pretty tough. They look nice. They fit pretty good too. I gotta tighten this up a little bit, but sliding in and out of the truck, they kind of stretch a little bit. I mean, there's not much in here. Stock head unit. Got the scan gauge tucked down in here. And they're pretty nice, the scan gauges. They're pretty simple. I've got, what do I have on there? I've got my oil temp, coolant temp. What else do I got? Charging, or my voltage. And, man, what the heck is the other thing I got on there? Fickum power I have on here. I think those are some of the more important things to watch. I don't have an EGT gauge on the truck. I know anytime you tune the truck, you really should have an EGT gauge on there, but I don't have one yet. Got the brake controller on there. But yeah, I use this scan gauge. Is nice because you can keep an eye on that Fickum power. I did put a new Fickum in this last year. I got it from Fickum Fixer, I believe they were called. Pretty nice company to deal with. They shipped really fast. It was like $325. It had a $100 cord charge, which was, so it would make it $425. But you ship that back, you get your $100. And yeah, it's been working out real nice. It comes with a lifetime warranty that it won't drop below 45 volts, which is nice. So I mean, you at least got some type of warranty with it, you know, in case it went bad again. But you know, it seems to be working really good. What else is done to this thing? Yeah, I mean, in the interior, it's pretty, you know, simple, nothing crazy. So we're at 57% now. I keep loading here. Probably, so far, it looks like it's been about 10 minutes tuning-wise. And I don't know how many files it has to tune. This could be just the first one. So far, so good. %. That's one thing. If they could make these things work a little faster, it'd be kind of nice. But I know I've read on some forums that they only take 10 minutes to do, but I think the majority of them are, I think it takes more like 15 to 20 minutes. The edge tuner I had usually took about 15 minutes to tune it. And even if you had a tune already on the truck, if you tried to if you were going to retune it with a different level, so if you're going from like a tow tune to like a performance tune, it still took the same amount of time. But that's what they all take. It's not too bad to 94%, 96. Oh, there you go. So setting up processor. Now it's TCU downloading tune. Do not turn ignition key off or disconnect. So now it's doing the transmission tuning. So it's probably got to run up to 100% again, and then hopefully that should do it. I'm pretty sure that's going to finish the tuning up because it's, I think some of them, well, this one actually does a transmission tune. Some programmers supposedly don't tune the transmission, they only tune the engine, which is where you could have issues. So I don't plan on doing any custom tunes on this truck, really. I mean, I think the tunes that probably come on this should work for me. I've got a stock turbo, stock injectors. I just have like an intake and a cat delete on it. Just basic stuff like that. So if any of you guys have a custom tune, you know, let me know if you think it's worth actually getting one and who you got it from. But if it doesn't make a big difference, then I'll just pretty much run this. So this is just a work truck. I don't need anything crazy, so this should do the trick for me. But yeah, if you guys think it makes that much of a difference, I'll try it out. They're really not that expensive. I mean, for another $100-200 you can get a set of tunes custom for the truck. You know, future plans on this thing, I do, you know, if the turbo goes out, you know, I might go with like a stage 1, maybe a Power Max. I like the whistle on those, but it might be a little too much because I do plow with the truck. I don't want to wake people up in the middle of the night, but you know, I might go with a stage 1, which doesn't really need tuning, I guess. But injectors, I'll probably just stay stock. I think, you know, for repairs, it's just a lot easier to be able to get an injector from a dealership. You know, I don't have to change all of them at the same time. So I think just because it is a, you know, a work truck and I'm not just racing it and doing that, I think I'll just end up staying stock. I have thought about going with some 155s, but, you know, I guess I'll have to wait till that time comes around. Truck's got a little over 104,000 on it right now. I bought the truck about 2 years ago. It had what, 73,500 on it, so it wasn't really driven that much. I put about 15,000 on it a year. It's been pretty solid. It's got the original head gaskets in it, stock head bolts, so when that time comes, I'll definitely do some studs, and if I've got the money to put into it, if I feel like it, I'll definitely probably do O-ringed heads, just so that way that top end's taken care of, and obviously all the high pressure oil updates and that. But yep, she's running good now, so I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna really do the gaskets until I need to do those, so I don't see the point in having downtime with the truck if it's still running. And I bought this tuner from Extreme Diesel Performance. I believe they're in New Jersey. I bought a lot of stuff from those guys. They're pretty nice to deal with. So if you guys are looking, you know, for some parts for your truck, they carry stuff for Powerstrokes, Duramax, Cummins. And I have also ordered stuff from Riff Raff Diesel. They're on the West Coast, I believe in Oregon. Not too sure, but I'm pretty sure they are. Those guys are real nice to deal with. They got a lot of good pricing on like factory stuff too. So if you need like head gaskets, they have some of the best pricing I've seen online. But yeah, those two companies are really good to deal with. They, you know, if something's on back order, they'll send you an email right away letting you know. So if you want to cancel it or wait for it, so they're pretty good with that. We're at 95%, 98, okay, 99. Truck's making some noises now. Clearing DTC, processing data. Says download complete. Tune has been programmed successfully to vehicle. Turn key off. So we'll turn the key off. And we'll hit done. And now's the moment of truth. We're going to go ahead and start the truck up. And if it doesn't start, then we're in trouble. There we go. The old 6 liters running, that's a good sign. You can see there 104,383, just changed to all the other day. So that's gonna wrap it up for today. I'll be doing a review on this tune once I get some time on it. And I also did install an alternator on this truck. I didn't have time to film it, so I'll do a review on that too. It's a, what is it, a mean green alternator. Got that from Extreme Diesel Performance too. So I'll definitely have some videos coming for you guys. So that's going to do it for today. Make sure you like and subscribe, and thanks for watching School Monster TV.